Well, hello everybody. This is CECEtelevision, and this is your host, Virus.
And Diatomik.
Today I'm bringing you one of my gameplays. It is a Ground War Team Deathmatch. I would say this is
Strike.
Yes, you might recognize this from Modern Warfare 2, which I'm not going to talk about because that game sucks. But what we will talk about a little bit, Call of Duty tactics in general, even though that's been over 1,000 times in other people's videos, I still think that we have something worthy to say.
Yes. And not just about Call of Duty either, just, first persons in general, because a lot of the tactics that you can implement in Call of Duty also apply to pretty much any other shooter out there, really. So,
First thing I want to touch on is where you place your player. See right here, I just killed a guy. Well, I didn't kill him, but I had some great cover. The only thing that was showing was the top of my head. Right there, when I reload, I duck down behind cover. It's as simple as that, using cover to your advantage, and try to not camp.
yeah, you want to try and force the enemy out into the open.
See,
and
that's not camping. I just waited for him. He just ran up to me like an idiot, so I put a couple bullets in his head.
I think first person shooters and any game with other players, it's all about controlling the engagement and the terms that the battle happens on. I mean, if you've got only the tip of your forehead showing, which is annoying about Call of Duty, but if you have only the tip of your forehead showing and he's got his entire body out in the open, I mean,
Huge advantage.
Yeah, you're gonna win every time, unless you're a dumbfounded idiot.
Which is why you'll see me hop on behind that ledge a lot, because this is just
You're
pure
just
luck.
getting lucky right
Yeah,
there, man.
that guy was an idiot. Along with all my teammates in this game are very low level, and which is why I get half the kills in a 100 kill team deathmatch. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, but another key factor into doing well in a game like this is obviously your setup. I mean, if you're using something stupid like an M14 unsilenced with UAV jammer,
Yeah, good luck.
you're not going to do very well. If you're using, I mean, there's a lot of just common classes out there, Bandolier, Stopping Power, Deep Impact, or Steady Aim. It's used a lot, and it's used because it's extremely successful.
It's effective, and what I'm using here is an AK-47 no attachments, because if you know anything about the AK-47 in Call of Duty 4, it has reduced damage if you put any attachment on it, besides grenade launcher.
Yeah.
And so no attachments, it has great iron sights. I just think it's the way to go.
Oh,
20 kill streak ended. Great. But that's alright, because I can build a new one.
Yes. Just gotta view things positive. You die, that's another helicopter for you. But, yeah.
Yep.
So, next, let's see. What else do we have to help the average
You can do
gamer?
moving your player around cover, around the battlefield. What I do a lot is, if there's a face-to-face encounter with an enemy, I will strafe side to side. I will go prone. Sometimes, drop shotting.
Drop shotting is really good.
I do that quite a bit. But if you'll see me come face to face with someone, even if I do have a huge cover advantage, I will still sometimes strafe side to side, because usually they can't keep up with me. And it gives me another huge advantage.
Another thing about Call of Duty, which I don't think people think about very much, but your teammates play a big factor in winning or losing fights, because if you're like in the middle of all your teammates, you're gonna get grenaded. I mean, there's gonna be all sorts of stuff that's gonna be happening. But if you're off on the side and the entire enemy team is running at the mass of your team, you can just sit there and pick people off, especially if you have a silenced weapon, because the enemy's not gonna know you're there, and you're just gonna get free killing spree right there.
Which brings me to another point. You can't really watch your back in Call of Duty. You depend a lot on your teammates, so which is generally not a good idea to depend on your teammates. What you want to do, you want to keep your back to a wall, keep your back to your teammates, which is usually a good idea, because but keep your back to something that you trust, like a solid brick wall or the edge of the battlefield, and it'll reduce your chances of being shot in the back, and it'll help you out a lot.
It'll just improve your gameplay in general if you're using the environment to your advantage. And your teammates, I mean, it depends on who you're playing with, I guess, and what kind of lobby you get placed into. But 90% of the time, your teammates just kind of act as like a temporary barrier. They're not going to be able to guarantee you're not going to get flanked. Just people are stupid on Xbox, and that's just, you got to deal with it. Another thing that will help you out a lot is if you really take a close look at the maps and you get some experience in these maps. you'll notice that there are very commonly used routes, and I think the maps are probably designed on purpose like this. There's a building or a piece of cover somewhere tucked along the sides that is overlooking those areas. I mean, right here you've got cars, and cars are invincible in COD4. You can't shoot through them, which is really annoying. But
Very helpful too.
yeah, that's true. You can use it to your advantage. But on these highly used paths, there's a lot of hidden cover on the sides that people just don't use to their advantage, and they're there for a reason.
Right there, I did what I call a reload cancel. I'm in the middle of a reload, and a guy pops up on my screen, and if I finish that reload, most of the time I will die before I finish it. What I did, I double tapped Y. It canceled the reload, and I could quick line him up in my sights and finish him off before he could get a shot on me. Right there, I'm using a car to my advantage. Another great example.
Yeah, they can't really. I mean, just the tip of him is showing right now. They can't even scrape him, and he's just picking people off like there's no tomorrow. They can't do a thing to stop him.
And they're oblivious. It's
That's a double kill at the end of the game.
That's the end of the game. Thanks for tuning in. This has been CC Television with Virus and
Diatomik.
Alright, we'll see you guys later.